Anyway, Slicer, Rosie, this needs to be a team effort. The big guys need to do their thing. The blue line's got to be strong. The crease has to be great. And your depth guys, like, I don't know why I've been thinking a lot about Max Talbot today, a guy with the Pittsburgh Penguins back in the day who was that glue guy. And for some reason, I correlate him to a guy who's really, really struggled in 8 games so far. Your former teammate, Scott Laughton, has really, really struggled transitioning from Philadelphia to Toronto. How much does that concern you or worry you moving forward? Because you know this market. We joked about it over the weekend. This is why some guys don't want to play here. But I think Lotz has embraced it. He's pumped to be a Maple Leaf, but he has struggled. Let's call a spade a spade.
Yeah, it's not the start that Lotz has wanted at all. It's not the start that he's wanted personally, that the teams wanted, the fans have wanted. It's just not a great start for a good player. We came in here with him wanting to fill that 3C role. Things changed. He's not even really in that role at the moment. So it's not a good start for him. But honestly, I truly believe, and I saw Lotz in Nashville and spoke with him and hung out with him briefly and talked about, like, getting to Toronto and everything. And he's just overthinking it because he cares too much. He cares a lot. I don't know if you can care too much, but you can care so much that maybe you're doing things a little bit differently and trying to force the issue, trying too hard. Just overthinking it, trying to get to places that you normally wouldn't be in instead of letting it happen and using your experience and your talent, which he has in spades, to go to the places that are going to make him effective and have good shifts and get produced and production from. He's trying to force other things. And I know you can get off the rails that way. And all of a sudden you never go to where the puck was. So you do the other thing and the puck went to you where the first time, and it never ends. And when it rains and pours, it's kind of pouring on Scott Laughton right now. But I think that he has had stuff like that in his career where it's not going well and he might get a little bit hard on himself and really care. He's not one of those guys that just is so nonchalant, doesn't give a rip about anything. He's not that guy. And I think right now he's just in a spot where it's raining on him and then it's pouring on him, and it's just going to take one little thing, which you've been saying for a while, one big goal where he is and everyone's like, and Scott Laughton, there it is. And then the levee breaks and all of a sudden he's him old self. That's what's I believe is going to happen. And I still believe in this guy, and it's far too early to be making any negative assumptions about him. Yeah, it's not the start he wanted whatsoever, but there's room to grow.
Positive thing, he can't play much worse. And
Yeah.
I mean that in the best way. Like, I know what this guy can bring to the table. Of course, you speak highly of him. You played with him, but I watched a lot of Flyers games. He was there for a long time. He can make a difference. He can produce. He can provide. He can drop the gloves. Like, I understand why the Leafs made the trade, but I think it is ridiculous. And it just speaks to this market. People are done with this guy 8 games in. Like, just give him some time. Whether it happens now, whether it happens 2 weeks from now, he's going to find his footing in this market. I think the one thing I learned a long, long time ago, started covering pro sports in general, is trying to humanize a situation and the shockwaves that sent to his family, his loved ones. I just think you have to think about that. And I know people just want results on the ice, but some guys just handle things differently.
I mean, I think 100% a factor of it is the heaviness of coming to Toronto and what that means to him and his past and his family and his life and his legacy with the game. And just it's huge for him. And we've seen players do it before, where you come to Toronto and it's your childhood dream and you see them in their Maple Leaf pajamas when they're 6. Scott Laughton's very much one of those guys, and like I said, he's not one of those nonchalant, doesn't really think about anything, nothing could really go through his mind type of guys. He thinks about stuff and cares a lot, and I think that's kind of a reason for his slow start here. But writing him off after 8 games is ridiculous. And again, I just believe that this guy, knowing who he is and what he's got, will do something big that'll snap him out of this slump.
Make sure to check out more of our content right here on the Leafs Nation YouTube page. We got long form interviews, we got clips, we got epic rants by Jay Rosehill. We simply have it all. And don't forget, you can find out much more at theleafsnation.com. Thanks so much for watching.